So let's talk about Jenkins. What is a Jenkins? Jenkins is an open source automation server, and it provides hundreds and hundreds of plugins to support building your project, deploying your project, and automating any kind of project. It can also be used for running your test code. Now let's talk about how to install the Jenkins into your mission, and also how to create a job and how to run the job. And before we do all these things, let's talk about how to configure the Jenkins. So what we're going to talk in this session is install Jenkins, configure Jenkins, create a job, and run the job. Okay. And before we install the Jenkins, also uninstall Jenkins if at all it is already installed. You don't require to uninstall each and every time. Okay. You don't require to uninstall each and every time. If at all you fails to uninstall, okay, you got a latest version of Jenkins. Okay. You want, and that is your uh, previous version is not allowing you to upgrade to the latest version. Your previous version is not allowing you to upgrade to the latest version, and you strictly wants to go with the latest version. Okay, then you can uninstall the existing Jenkins and you can install the Jenkins. Okay, so in my case I'm planning to uninstall the Jenkins which is already installed, so that I can freshly install, configure it, and create a job, run the job to all of you. Okay, when you install the Jenkins, it will be available in users folder. When you install the Jenkins, it will create a folder called .jenkins in your user folder. Okay, so let's delete this folder. Just deleting .jenkins is nothing but uninstalling of Jenkins. Okay, .jenkins folder in the user directory. Okay, that's about uninstalling the Jenkins. Now let's talk about install the Jenkins. If you want to install the Jenkins, go to click on the download section here. You can go to jenkins.io/download. You get to see there are two options. One is long-term support and weekly support. So every week they will be releasing a Jenkins build. Okay, so this is something might or might not be stable. Okay, don't go with the weekly, rather go with the long-term support. This is a stable build, and so slowly come down. You get to see generic Java package .war. Okay, so there are multiple ways of installing the Jenkins. If it is a Windows, you can click on this, and if it is Mac OS, you can click on this. Okay, and I generally go with generic Java package .war file, which can be used for Windows or Mac or any other platforms. Okay, so I would recommend you to go with the same thing. Click on generic Java package .war file, and you get to see Jenkins.war file will be downloading. It is almost 70 MB. Let it download. It will take some time to download. So once it is downloaded to the downloads folder, move that to a different folder, like what I have done. and do not keep it in the downloads folder. So basically there is possibility that we might delete from the downloads unknowingly. So I recommend you can keep the Jenkins.war file in a different folder. Now take the terminal. If it is a Mac, you can take the terminal. If it is a Windows, take the command prompt and use a cd command to navigate to the folder where Jenkins.war file is available. Okay, cd users dnready Sudhir Jenkins. Okay, go to the folder where the Jenkins is available. Now type the command java -jar Jenkins.war file. This is the command which is used for starting the Jenkins. You can see that if you're starting the Jenkins for the first time, it will create .jenkins folder in the user directory, and it will extract the var file. It will extract the entire var file in this .jenkins folder. And also whenever you are creating a new job, all the job related data also created in this .jenkins folder. Okay, so anything and everything related to Jenkins will be stored in the .jenkins folder. Okay, so generally we don't require to go into this folder and manipulate anything. I'm just telling you that this is a folder where Jenkins related data is available. Generally we don't require to um, go through this folder and manipulate or manage anything here. Everything you will be managing through the Jenkins console. I mean Jenkins web application. Now you can see that Jenkins is fully up and running. Okay, yeah. Now let's check the browser. Okay, so for the first time it will be asking you to unlock the Jenkins. It will be asking you to get the password from this folder. Okay, copy this folder, go to folder. This is a file. Let's open that file. Follow the path. You don't require to do anything, just follow the path. Open this file and paste it here and do continue. And select install suggested plugins. Okay, so by default it is selected, and you can also click on that. Now all these plugins will be installed. It will take some time. Let's wait until all these plugins are installed. Now once all the plugins are installed, once each and every plugin is installed, all the suggested plugins are installed, you get to see a create first user page. Here you need to create a user. So let's say I'm going to give Sudhir, and password is also Sudhir. Confirm password. Something like this. Okay, give all your required details and click on save and finish. Okay, so remember, whatever the username and password which you have given, you need to remember, because every time you start the Jenkins, it will be asking you to log in with the credentials. So it is important for you to remember your username and password. So many of the times people will be forgetting that, so please remember that. And yeah, Jenkins is ready. Click on the button, start using Jenkins. So this is called Jenkins Dashboard. Once you successfully log into the Jenkins, what you see is a Jenkins Dashboard page. So from here, you can configure the Jenkins, and you can create the jobs. You can manage the Jenkins. Okay, so you can manage Jenkins, and you can create the job. You can do a lot of things.